Welcome to the Grove City Area Chamber of Commerce's annual dinner, a celebration of commerce. I'm Beth Black, your executive director. Tonight we are gathering to celebrate our chamber and all of our wonderful members. We used to have this event in January when it's cold and you run the risk of some pretty bad weather. Ever since we started having it in March, we have had very good weather. And today's 60 plus degree temperatures are even better than we could have ever planned for. Regardless of when this event is held, it is our tremendous joy to be able to gather with our members who are our chamber family. We have over 270 members in our chamber, made up of small, mid-size, and large businesses, nonprofits, and organizations. When you join a chamber, you are declaring that you care about your community and you want to be a part of an organization that also cares about the entire community, but especially about the businesses and nonprofits that make it up. We are proud to be your chamber of choice, and everything that we do is with you in mind and at the heart of our decisions, our events, and all that we offer. With the Grove City Area Chamber of Commerce, you are not just a number, you are a member of our family. We feel and recognize your support, and we truly appreciate you. On behalf of our Chamber Board of Directors, I would like to say how much we appreciate your attendance tonight. The support in this room is incredible. We are thankful to tonight's welcome reception sponsors, AHN Grove City Hospital and Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, for helping us to properly welcome all of you earlier with a time of appetizers and networking that we hope you enjoyed. Special thanks to tonight's event sponsor, Grove City College, for helping to make this evening possible and providing a wonderful keynote speaker that we are all looking forward to. We are also grateful to tonight's flower sponsor, Armstrong, for helping us to decorate the tables with beautiful flowers, which you will see are either red or white, since that happens to be the colors for both Armstrong and Grove City College. You're welcome. And finally, we are so thankful for each of our chamber members that advertised in tonight's program. We are honored to have so many chamber member ads fill these pages. So much so that we actually had to add more pages than ever before to this year's program. Please take time to check out these ads and remember to support these fellow chamber members. Now, please join me in a round of applause to thank each and every one of these sponsors and advertisers. At this time, we would like to recognize our elected officials or their representatives who have joined us this evening. If we can please hold the applause until the end. On behalf of U.S. Congressman Mike Kelly, we have Julie Swartfager. On behalf of Pennsylvania State Senator Michelle Brooks, we have Melinda Millison. We have Pennsylvania State Representative Timothy Bonner. He knows how to make an entrance. We have Mercer County Commissioner Bill Finley Jr. We have Mercer County Controller Stephen Sherman II. Mercer County Treasurer Amber White. Mercer County Sheriff Tim Callahan. From Grove City Borough, we have Mayor Randy Riddle. Council President Mary Kay Maddox. Councilman Vince DeStacy. Councilman Pat Aiken. Councilman Jeff Hodge. Councilman Scott Gillette. Councilman Sean Morley. Councilman Bill Zimmerman. And although not elected officials, we are very pleased to have Grove City Police Chief Mike Elias, Borough Manager Vance Oakes, and Assistant Borough Manager Taylor Pokering. And if we've missed anyone that is an elected official or their representative, please stand so we can also recognize you. Okay, all right, so then if you'll please join me in a round of applause to show our appreciation. Definitely appreciate the service that each of our elected officials show for our community. And of course, our chamber is very blessed with the cooperation and the partnerships that we have with our elected officials. So thank you all. At this time, my husband Jeff Black will provide the invocation, and then they will release us by tables to enjoy the buffet dinner.
Let's pray. Father God, we thank you for this time that's been set aside to network and celebrate this business community. Father God, we ask you to be with us this evening. Not only may this meal make us stronger so that we can continue to serve you, but that your love may be shared with those in this room, and that we may be continually to be strengthened so we can share it outside these walls. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you all for coming. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Ralph, your local Allstate agent and returned president from for the Chamber of Commerce. So they say you should only look back to see how far you've come. And it's been 17 years since I've been the president of the Chamber of Commerce. So I just want to talk to you more about past presidents and stuff have talked about where the chamber's going, the direction and the future of the chamber. But I think it's important that we look back and see how far we've evolved from where we were 17 years ago when I was the president last time. And when I put this together, I asked Beth what she wanted me to talk about tonight. Her and Jeff did both offer to write this for me, and you might think that they did after I read what I'm going to say tonight, but I can assure you they didn't, and they didn't pay me to say any of these things. But I really want to just kind of explain. So 17 years ago, when I was involved, it was a lot different. When I came back today, I can't believe how efficient everything operates, how the board operates. When I did this last, we were standing at Grove City College and it was snowing like a banshee out that night. Everybody was afraid to go home, and look at how much evolved already. It's better and it's a nice sunny day. So Beth, you just do everything better. So during that time, we had 3 directors over the period of 5 years. Our events were much smaller. Our bank account was very much smaller. And I can remember a time when we didn't even have the money to make necessary repairs to the building. It was also a time when we were interviewing for another chamber director. This was the second time in a span of a year that I was part of that process. And I remember we had a great pool of candidates, 3 that I still distinctly remember to this day. And as a board, we were hoping to fill the position with someone that would take full advantage of the opportunity and make a career. Someone that we wouldn't be looking to replace in a 3 to 5 year window, and someone that wanted to grow with us. The deal was pretty much decided when we brought the applicants back for a second round of interviews, and we asked each candidate, why do you want to be the director of Grove City Chamber of Commerce? And one young lady's answer captivated us, and it was because I've lived here my whole life, my whole family is here, and I love this town. And Carmen was on the board with me at that time, and we're going through that process. And I remember when she walked out of the room and he said, well, I think that just sealed the deal for us. I don't think it gets any better than that. And that is how this young lady became our executive director. So words cannot express how proud I am to see how 17 years of strong, continuous leadership that we've had. When I used to come to a meeting, we were kind of disorganized and didn't know, and to figure out how we could organize different people in the town was really up to us back then as board members. We were leveraging our own relationships. And today, when I come in, like now, somebody's like, well, who can we call at the college to help us with this? Beth has the person. Who do we call at Highmark that can help us with this? Beth has the person. It's impressive how well she's connected herself in the community with everybody that's here. Our chamber has evolved, and so have our events. We're so respected that other chambers from parts of Pennsylvania come to our events just to see what we're doing and how they can make their events like ours or even as good as ours. We've become the gold standard in Western Pennsylvania for other chambers to compare to. With all that in the past, looking at today, our board is diverse across most industries represented in our community. We have great leadership from our executive director. I can't say for sure what I think the future holds, but knowing how far we've come has me excited to see where we're going to go. So that's. And with that being said, I'd like to introduce not necessarily our speaker, but the person that's going to introduce our speaker. At this time, it's my pleasure to ask the 9th president of Grove City College, the Honorable Paul J. McNulty, to come forward to introduce tonight's dinner speaker, Andrew Donato. President McNulty recently announced his retirement from the college and requested a few minutes to update our community on upcoming building projects at the school. However, before Paul speaks, I would like to recognize those individuals who are attending this evening from Grove City College to honor the president. Please stand and recognize Paul's leadership team and their spouses. His administrative assistant, Betty Tallarico. His executive secretary, Debbie McComb. His close friend, Jim Thrasher, who is an administrator, faculty member, and the football team's chaplain. The president of the college's Student Government Association, Ezekiel Esteban, and senior vice president of official affairs, Abigail Hout. And finally, the team of Parkhurst Dining. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce President McNulty.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. It's just such a delight to be with you. I'm especially thankful for my dear colleagues who have come out tonight after a day's work to be here. Of course, we are excited to have Andrew as our speaker tonight, but just to have a moment to give them the recognition. They do such a fantastic job of running the college and keeping track of me and everything that we've experienced in the last 11 years and even longer than that. So I'm very grateful to my friends and colleagues for being here. On a personal note, let me say, as I wrap up my time at the college, what a privilege and blessing it has been to be in this community. This is a very special place. Brenda and I talk about it all the time. You're so welcoming, so encouraging. The relationship between the college and the community is strong. They well represented in the chamber, and our students are so blessed to be in a safe and kind and caring community like Grove City. And so we don't take that for granted. We are very appreciative. And as Brendan and I pack up here at the end of the academic year and move south, we will hold Grove City very special place in our hearts. It's where we met as students here and where we got married, and being able to come back here for these last 11 years to be a part of this community has been a real blessing. So you've got something special. Keep it going, and we're thankful that the college can be a big part of it. Tonight, I want to briefly update you on what's going on in athletics before I introduce our football coach. And by the way, I'd be remiss in my thanks if I didn't say we're especially appreciative of the first responders, the police department, the services that are readily available for the college all the time. And we don't take that for granted. And that is a really special relationship that greatly appreciate. Athletics has been a real priority for me in the last 11 years. And I think it's because as I look at the mission of the college and I look at athletics, I see how closely connected they are. Everything that is involved in doing sports the right way. And in my view, that's doing it not just on the field, the court, or whatever successfully, but building strong cultures, team cultures, and the discipline and the sacrifice and the teamwork, the collaboration, all the things necessary to be successful mesh with the mission of the college itself. So I'm passionate about athletics because I'm passionate about Grove City College's mission. And the two go so closely together. And so we've been very blessed to see tremendous coaches led by our terrific athletic director, Todd Gibson, who's here tonight. Tremendous coaches come to the school and fantastic student athletes who are just the models of what we want to see in a Grove City student. Serving on their teams and also being very conscientious students. In fact, the GPA, combined GPA of our over 600 varsity athletes is higher than our overall GPA of the college. That's how hard those students work in the classroom. So we have seen a lot of blessings and a lot of success. Last year, our men and women both won the All Sports Trophy for the President Athletic Conference. That's the first time in 18 years that a school won both of those. And I wouldn't be surprised if we win it again this year based upon how this year is going. We compete in 24 varsity sports now. And as I said, we have over 600 varsity athletes. So the one big challenge for us is our facilities, and our facilities keeping up with all that has been evolving and the success that we've been enjoying. So I wanted to give you a quick update since you're all members of this community and many of you will experience these facilities, Lord willing, as they eventually come online, subject to the permits and the approvals of all of the gathered Grove City leaders here tonight. Okay, I got that said, John. I'm in good shape. Okay. So here's the map of our campus, familiar to everyone here. And I'm sure most of you understand the spots that we're talking about. But we're looking at these three new facilities, and Lord willing, in a very near term sense of it. So first of all, starting on my right here, the baseball field, that is along Madison Avenue, where currently our intramural sports are played. And we had, for example, our baseball field we currently have, we are a very good baseball team. In fact, today we had over a dozen major league scouts standing in a tiny little space behind that backstop to watch a pitcher that we have who has the ability to play in professional baseball. So we have the worst field in America for the best baseball team. And we're going to fix that. And we're going to get a new field up on the up off of Madison. And that will be not only for the college to enjoy, but also I think for the region to benefit from as well. That's baseball. And next comes an interesting building that will be a domed athletic facility. And it will be an indoor track with indoor tennis courts as well. And we really hope this will be a regional resource for indoor track, a 5-lane track. It will be a bubble that you can see sits right next to our now turfed soccer field. in what used to be, and technically still is, a practice field for soccer. But now that we turf the field, we don't need to be on that practice field. So that would be covered by a dome that would not go up and down. It would be a set structure, and it would have, and you can see the picture of the entrance, it would have a building that would be the entrance and some of the facilities for support of the dome structure itself. And then finally, on lower campus, right behind the press box, would be our new field house for football. Our coach has been so successful that our football team is roughly in the neighborhood of about 135 and perhaps even 150 players next fall. We have kids who will probably never get a chance to play, but they're just so excited to be coached by Coach DiDonato and be a part of the program that they're committed to it for 4 years. And so we have a big team, and we have completely outgrown the old field house that's down lower campus. And so these are the 3 projects that are, in the future here for supporting athletics at Grove City College. We are on schedule to complete the STEM renovation, a $48 million renovation, more expensive than any building we've ever built at Grove City. The $48 million renovation of the Rockwell will be finished this summer. We plan on moving our faculty in July, and we're going to be operational for the students in the fall. And it's going to be a fabulous STEM facility. It'll be one of the strongest STEM facilities in Western Pennsylvania, and we're really excited about the way that project has played out. Now, these are facilities, and the word means, of course, that they facilitate something much more important than the buildings themselves. They facilitate our mission, which is to transform our students into the leaders of tomorrow, people who have great proficiency in what they do, but more importantly, the purpose and the principle with which they do it. Young men and women who are called by God to go into the world and really serve others with integrity. That's the mission of the college. And no coach exemplifies our mission better than Coach DiDonato. You can read Coach DiDonato's bio in the program you have. You can see that he arrived as the offensive coordinator, stepping in when Chris Smith, who was his mentor, retired. And in the 2015 season, he was the offensive coordinator, made an immediate impact in the way our offense was able to perform. In 2016, he became the head coach. Now, many of you are familiar with this story. I was president starting in fall of 2014. For the first 33 games, we were 0-33. It was not looking good for football at Grove City College. But everything changed for St. Vincent's. Everything changed when they lost to us on that 34th game, and we've never looked back. And Coach DiDonato's team went from that 0-10 team in 2016 to a 10-0 team just 8 years later, 7 or 8 years later. And now we've won back-to-back PAC championships and 4 bowl games, the first postseason victories we've had in school history. We won our first NCAA playoff game last year in 23, first time in school history, losing to the eventual national champion by 1 point. And this year, we again went back to the NCAA playoffs. All of this has occurred in a very limited period of time and has put us now in the last 2 seasons in the top 20 in the United States in NCAA Division III. Why? Because we found a man who believes first and foremost in bringing his students to an understanding of who they are before the Lord, and bringing them to and helping them understand their Christian identity, in building a team that is all about loving one another and creating a culture that can be successful. Yes, he's brilliant on the X and O's, but that is secondary to the character formation that is principal in what he does as a coach. So, as I depart this year, I will look back on a number of things that were a privilege and a joy, but certainly among the highest is the opportunity to bring Coach DiDonato to Grove City College and to see how he has been blessed. Would you please give a warm welcome to our coach, head coach of football, Andrew DiDonato. I forgot to show the pictures of the buildings, right, John? Okay, here we go. No, stand right there. I got so caught up in our football victory. Okay, you can imagine that's a baseball field. That's facing Madison. Next one. There's that bubble and a better shot of the building and the entrance to it. And you can see from the bottom right-hand corner, I know many of you might not be able to see that, that's the 5-lane track, the tennis courts in the center, where we can hold track meets and regional events. Next, please. That's a look at our field house now. We've done a redesign of this in order to try to control costs. We're going to have what will be a kind of a plaza patio between the press box and the building itself. Lacrosse, football, and tennis will be housed in that building, along with strength and conditioning facilities as well. So this is going to be kind of a gateway to the community, to the football field in this plaza that we have coming in. And is that the last one? All right. Now, Andrew DiDonato, thank you.
Two nations come into battle. One on this mountain, the opposing nation on the opposite. Just a valley in between. And I'm a football coach, so anytime I can get my hands on a war story, a battle story, I love it. And this is my favorite one of all, because in this one, it's unique. Not everybody gets to fight. In this battle, each side decides to send one representative. And I love that. I'm a football coach. When we play a game, we're on one sideline, the opponent's on the other, and we each send one representative to the middle as our captains. So in this battle, you have on this side what's called the Philistines. And they send a giant named Goliath. And for 40 days, he mocks the nation of Israel. And nobody on the Israelite army will stand up and fight him. Until he got a shepherd boy steps from the sea named David. And David steps on the sea. And what amazes me about this story, you all know the story of David and Goliath. What amazes me about this story, every word out of the Israelites' mouth was about Goliath. Every word. How big he was, how strong he was, how intimidating he was. I mean, the Israelites, every word, David steps on the sea, makes 11 statements. 2 about Goliath, just things like this. Who is this Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? Makes 9 statements about God. Focused on his vision 4 times as much as the circumstance to front of him. The Israelites, all they saw was the giant, all they saw was the circumstance. David focused on his vision 4 times as much as the circumstance in front of him. Hence the phrase, focus on your vision, not your circumstance. Focus on your vision, not your circumstance. We probably have 200 people here tonight. How many circumstances are individuals dealing with in this right tonight? My first word of encouragement to you is this. Focus on your vision, not your circumstance. I woke up with no voice today. No voice. Literally, I could not talk at 9 a.m. this morning. I told my wife it's going to be all voice for you tonight. I was like, it's not mentioned. And I'm like, it's good starting tonight talking about focus on your vision, not your circumstance. If you need with nothing else but that, it was worth my voice for it. I fell in love with the topic of vision of Super Bowl 45. Super Bowl 45, the Green Bay Packers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sorry, this is the Super Bowl. Steelers lose. But the Packers coach walks in at halftime, and the first thing he says to his team, keep your eyes on vision. Alabama wins the national title that year in college football. Nick Saban, meeting number 1, vision. I'm reading Walt Disney's biography, or a book about how to lead like Walt, chapter 1, vision. Leadership excellence, talking about all these leaders. Sam Walton, chapter 1, vision. Moses, vision. David, vision. Told my wife, I'm ever a head football coach, I'm ever in a leadership role, where you need a very clear vision. In August 13th, 2016, my first meeting as head football coach, young, first time head coach, the zero head coach. Yes. I was standing in front of a group of men that just went through nothing in one game. What do you say? What do you say? Where do you begin? I remember right before that meeting, I thought about Disney, I thought about Woman, I thought about the Packers, I thought about the Crimson Tide. Instead of going all into the vision. Here's how the first meeting went. Imagine you're them, I walk in. To glorify God. In the pursuit of earning a degree, building lasting relationships, and competing for PAC championships. To glorify God. In the pursuit of earning a degree, building lasting relationships, and competing for PAC championships. I walked up and down the aisles, and I did that for 5 straight minutes. You don't need to do that, my voice probably died those 5 minutes. So I was not there. But the point was, I wanted to drive home. We have a vision. The next thing we taught David and Goliath. The next thing we did, we said, focus on your vision, not your circumstance. And look, I'm a Division III football coach. I say to my guys all the time, I'm going to die someday, give an account to the Lord of what I did. Trust me, 50 years ago, let's make care about gross C college football and ET about it. I said, okay, so I said, I'm not telling you this to say anything about me. But with the vision, I literally saw a football team go from unattended to well. This is not about me. I'm going to die someday, please. No one cares about E3 football coach. But I saw our attendance and out. And if I can tell you what vision has done for my personal life and walk with the Lord, would be here for 3 hours. There's 3 objectives I have here tonight. Number 1, I want you to understand the importance of the vision. Number 2, I understand 3 things the vision will do for you. And number 3, how to build with vision daily. I'll repeat that. Objective number 1, the importance of a vision. Number 2, 3 things a vision will do for you. Number 3, how to build with vision daily. All right, objective number 1, the importance of vision. Pat Williams is a man who founded the Orlando Magic basketball organization in the mid-1980s. Here's a man, he passed away recently. He's one of the top 5 people who've impacted my life. Over 60 years studying leadership, has read over 600 books on leadership. He's all the way back to the early 60s, starting to sitting with Disney, Sam Walton, John Wood and Billy Graham. He's been with all of them. And he was actually interviewed once. And he's what we do with the interview, and he was interviewed, and he was asked, you said Billy Graham, John Wood, the best in business, the best in entertainment, the best in athletics. Do they have anything in common? He said very little. But the one thing they argued me out of the song, they all have a very clear vision. I spent 15 years studying this topic. Here's how I define vision, studying from men way smarter than I am. Vision is a clear picture of who I am and the target of who I aim to be. What is vision? Vision is a clear picture of who I am and the target of who I aim to be. Most of us understand the second half of that, the target of who I aim to be. You get box beating the air. If you have no target to shoot at, what are you working towards? This is what I think of when I think of target. It's hard to hit a target that's small. It's impossible to hit a target you don't have. It's hard to hit a target that's small. When you're in 11th and you say PAC champs, that's going to be hard. But it's impossible to hit a target you don't have. So that's one side of it. But here's where vision really, to me, means something. Vision is who I am. It's not just target, it is part of my identity. So for example, and again, I'm just sharing this thing to encourage you, to give you something to see how beautiful this is. 2016, my first year, I'm 0-10. I was an 0-10 football coach. Started my career losing the first 13 games. In 2016, I'm not an 0-10 football coach. I'm a coach for PAC championships. What's that mean? Okay, recruiting, decision, strength and conditioning, offense, defense. I would host that. I don't care what Alabama's doing. I don't care what Penn State's doing. Mount Union, a legendary program in the other quarter. I don't care what they're doing. My vision is PAC champs. I only care about the 10 other teams in this league. How do they recruit? What offense do we need to run to be the best in this Congress? What mission we have to be the best that we'll be doing in the league? Compete for PAC championships. This is who I am. No different from my personal life. So that's like, all right, so with the target today, I go to the day. This is who I am. It drives every decision I make. How I use my morning, how I use my afternoon, how I use my evening. Vision is target and identity. So objective number one, why is vision important? Vision is a clear picture of who I am, the target, who I need to be. It gets you a target. It can help give you an identity of how you make decisions. That's the first thing vision did for me. All right, objective number two is 3 things a vision will do. Then you take one of these, if you get a vision, just a target and identity. 3 things a vision will do for you. Number one, a vision keeps you focused. A vision keeps you focused. A vision keeps you focused. August 1st, 1971. You're all college people. I'm sure you know this thing. August 1st, 1971. I mean, sure, you got teachers here for us, history, books, everything. Come on, the opening of Walt Disney World short, and that goes what song. And the story goes that it was Disney died in 66 now. Remember, this is 71. We're in 1966. Or he died in 66 now, we're in 71. But it was this widow and this great young man. So to put Disney behind the Disney World, his widow with the scissors and red tape and break in and asked her. She's getting ready to cut the red tape, and all she hears next to her is, shut. Why are you crying? Vicky's here. Vicky's here. Why are you crying? He said, if only Walt could never see us. She said he did. That's why we're here. He did. That's why we're here. In 1932, sitting on a park bench in Griffith Park with his daughter on a merry-go-round, he had a vision, a dream that he would build massive amusement parks where people would come from all over the world. Where mom and dad can have as much tears and joy as the kids who are with them. He saw that in 1932. That's the same time in the late 30s when snowing is setting doors, no one would get the money to fish it. That's the same time, so they had through the bankruptcies of the 40s and 50s. Focus on your vision, how you circumstance. My first year, we're getting ready for our last meeting. We're going to a 9 football team. I have a senior captain from Grimo. He's about to play his last game. I said, Brett, why are you doing practice tonight or today? Compete for BAC championships, coach. You're all in nines. It's mathematically impossible. Fred Vincent, our freshman that day on program, focus on your vision, not your circumstance. In the next year, 4 to 6. The next year, region grades. Carson Alti shared first season wins 4 to 3. Man, vision works. First thing vision will do for you will keep you focused. Focus on your vision, not your circumstance. The second thing a vision will do for you, a vision keeps you fueled. A vision keeps you fueled. My favorite story of this is our street builders at the office site. A guy shows up, it's 80 degrees, they're laying brick, the birthday's just twisted from the marijuana district by brick. I heard the story before that. But they're laying brick and inside. And a man goes up to the first guy and says, he's this guy's miserable, by the way. You can see God's face, 80 degrees, hot, sweaty. Sir, what are you doing? What does it look like you're doing? I'm laying brick. I'm like it. Goes up to the second guy, just as miserable, by the way. Sir, what are you doing? So look at doing. Go to the wall. Goes up to the third guy. Big smile on his face. Mind you, same 80 degrees, same work, same hot, sweaty. He goes to the third guy. Sir, what are you doing? I'm building like a teacher. I'm mad. What's the difference? You're right. 2 are focused on simply what they are doing. 1 understands why he is doing it. The second phrase I have for you, live the line on the what. Like I said, I've given you 4 already, but focus on your vision, on your circumstance. You're living the why, the what. Living the why, not the what. Of course, what you do is important, but do you know why you do it? When you get up tomorrow, you have a lot of what's to do. My question for you, do you remember why you're getting up tomorrow? There are people you get to impact tomorrow. People who may need a word from you. Do you remember? Are you just living the what? Are you living the why, not the what? This changed because here we are in 1883. And, I'll go to spring practice. So we not only have program vision, we have position vision. Quarterbacks, win numbers, running backs, line, green grass, E-line, and the feet too.
When we start spring practice next Tuesday, our D lineman will come on the field. Hey, Jordan, why are you here today? Feature coach. No. Ian, running back, why are you here today? Find regress, coach. Daniel, defensive back, why are you here today? Eliminating talent, coach. As they tell our guys all the time, this is college football. Everybody's doing it once. Everybody's practicing. Everybody's lifting weights. Everybody's watching film. My question is, do you know why you are here today? To live the lives of the lives. And someone asked me, okay, coach, how did you guys in AT win that bowl game and sustain that for 4 years? The answer is always vision. And mistakes that help us live in the line of the life. The third thing a vision will do for you. A vision helps you finish. A vision helps you finish. Get across the goal line. Finish. The most powerful story of this I've heard in 2016, we studied the Navy SEALs. We had a SEAL come talk to us. We read books on SEALs. We read articles on SEALs. We studied the Navy SEALs. And the most powerful story in that time, I heard a guy, he shared that 75 to 80% of those who go to SEAL training quit. I mean, these are the best of the best. 70 at that time, so they said 75 to 80, which is astonishing because this is his words, the SEAL instructor. They got to doing this the whole thing. They knew they was from the shots. They knew they'd be up to their neck in much and probably push $3. Why are 3 out of every 4 waiting? So they took an instructor, put him in a SEAL class, to go through it with the other SEALs. And said, Chuck, you need to find out. I mean, you know this hard, but why? He went through the training, came back to the other officers and said, yeah, I know why. I can tell you why I read this. So many quit. The 75% who quit, every word out of their mouth, how cold they are, how fit they are, how tired they are, how sore they are. 25% of them made it, not that they never complained. They're talking about what it's going to be like to defend this country, what it's going to be like to be the ones with the special mission. 75% focused on what? Cold, wet, tired, sore. Studying in circumstances, cold, tired, wet, sore. 25% living the line of this country, living fish to be the ones called in the special mission. But General McGrave in 2015, you can look it up on YouTube, gave a speech at Texas Commencement. Is out there, 10 lessons for Navy SEALs. His 10th lesson for the Navy SEALs was this: don't ever ring the bell. It's cheap. Don't ever ring the bell. And when he was referring to is right in the middle of where they're at, there's a bell, and the plate you got to ring. He said, don't ever, it's going to be hard, don't ever ring the bell. Well, how do you finish that? Because one of the key things here, here's my phrase for finish. The answer to the vision, not man's opinions. Answer to the vision, not man's opinion. Answer to the vision, not man's opinion. That, by the way, I'm not saying here, don't take advice. This is actually a great shoe, take advice. When it's about the vision, you can handle criticism with a smile. You can handle that. What is your feedback? You're answering to the vision, not your opinion. You don't want to ring that bell. Your opinion doesn't matter. Not just other people complaining. My opinion doesn't matter in 2016. Raider being the big championship. That's the vision. That's what's driving decisions. Why I share this? Because a vision kept us focused to get to where we were in 18. A vision kept us fueled in 2022. My hardest challenge was not only 2016. To this date, the most challenging last season for me was 2022. You know why? And I know a lot of people probably go through this. In 2022, we went 8-3 and won the James London Bowl. In 2018, we won 8-3 and won the James London Bowl. In 2018, going 8-3, every person in my office, you can throw a party. Everybody wants to throw a party. In 2022, accomplishing that, well, it was the first time it wasn't that people were negative. It was one going to do the next step. What we got to do? Nobody just wanted to celebrate. How do we get that next step? And in the same day, I don't know if business leaders, if you ever experienced this, in the same day, I had 2 people come to me, both well-meaning. One told me that we should completely get rid of a certain area. An hour later, someone said, we need to come down in that same area. I wrote down every single thing shared with me. I held it to the vision. Long story short, there's three things that dictated games we won against the top three teams, games we lost. We doubled down in those three areas. You're able to go 10-0-23 and led the league. Again, Alec Williams came up with focus, fuel, finish, not me. Let it encourage you. Three things the vision will do will keep you focused, focus on your vision, right circumstance, will keep you fueled, let the line up the wedge, will help you finish. Answer to the pitch, man's opinion. I don't know before those phrases you need, hopefully one can bless you. Lastly, and I'll finish here on a minute or two. How do you build with vision daily? Break by break. President McNulty just showed you what you feel house. You know what's there right now? A grass fields. But they have a blueprint. They got a vision. You know when they start going, it's not going to be ready in a week. It's not going to be ready in a month. It's not going to be ready in 6 months. It's not going to be ready in a year. Hopefully a year and a half. Well, it'll be it by 27. Yeah. It's going to be a process. See a little, see a lot, see a lot, see nothing. It's a process. See a little, see a lot, see a lot, see nothing. And they're going to leave those bricks, pick the vision, the blueprint in mind. And you know what? Grove City has a lot of beautiful buildings. They're all still standing, even with the somewhat challenging weather we get around here. Because the mortar holds them together. Mortar represents love. Mortar holds how we gather. It's just two things: vision, process, love. That's how you go daily. Two things with love. Number one, each of us needs all of us. Each of us needs all of us. You need every one of those bricks. Any company, any business, do you value every single person? Each of us needs all of us. But how do you be a loving person? If you catch nothing else from me tonight, just please let me get 5 words. Your 5 words, 20 times a day. If you get nothing else, none of the phrases stick, please. If you take nothing else, just take this. 5 of the most powerful words that have changed my life. You ready? Be where your feet are. Be where your feet are. And I say this to love you and to challenge me. How are you doing with that? Is your mind and heart always where your feet are planted? So I had a recruit I met with, and they drove a long way to sit and talk with me. They had to get everything from me. Right after that, I had a player come in who just had a personal thing happen that's challenging. I'm not a recruiter anymore. I'm a football coach. And then I get home and my daughter's dance competitions on Saturday. And she wanted to run through her dances. We have to finally feel this like, come on, this is the year. Sugar was all set. Chris not a recruiter or coach anymore. I'm going to miss someday, but Gabby's not asking me, Daddy, will you watch my ideas? No. It should be where your feet are injured. And when I get home tonight and my wife's like, if your wife's vacant, she goes like this, she's praying for us. It's not being a husband. You're not coach, you're not recruiter, you're not dad anymore. Please, tomorrow, be where your feet are. Next week, be where your feet are. Next month, be where your feet are. Look at this. 17 years, right? It goes too fast. 11 years goes too fast. The importance of a vision, target, and identity. Please consider having one. 3 things it'll do. It'll keep you focused, focus on your visualized circumstance. It'll keep you fueled and aligned with the left. It'll help you choose the vision, not as a pivot. How do you do it daily? Blueprint, get a vision. Process, lay 1 brick a day, skills, see the more pulls it together. Each of us needs all of us. And please, nothing else. Be where your feet are. Yeah.
I'm a little shorter than you. Thank you so much, Coach Donato. That was really wonderful. So thank you. So it has been my honor to be the executive director of the Grove City Area Chamber of Commerce since 2008. Over the past 17 years, I've had the privilege of working with a lot of really wonderful and dedicated individuals serving on the Chamber's Board of Directors. Each board member gives of their time and talent to make sure that Grove City continues to be a great place to live, work, and play. I really believe that our Chamber Board is made up of a group of people who serve because they care about our community. Our board meetings are always productive, yet lots of fun because we actually enjoy being together. This group focuses on our chamber membership and takes seriously the commitment of doing what is best for the commerce community. I will read off the names of our current board and ask that they stand if they are here. Please hold applause so we can recognize them together. On our executive board, our president was just here. I don't know where he went, but Brian, oh, there he is. Oh, the kind one, there he is. Okay, our president, Brian Ralph Family Insurance and Allstate Agency. Vice President, Matt Gordon, Davick Benefit Consultants. Treasurer, Eric Montgomery, Confluence Financial Partners. Past President, John Inman, Grove City College. The remaining Board of Directors, Zach Bombach Law. Karen Mullen, Fairhaven Farms. Taylor Pokrant, Borough of Grove City. Dan Dean, Grove City Ford. Joshua Miller, AHN Grove City Hospital. Ed Hetrick, Cunningham Funeral Home Incorporated. Leah Rouse, Pub 76 and Berkshire Hathaway. Amanda Shannon, Shannon's Candy Kitchen. Joshua Weaver, Grove City Area School District. And Rusty Williams, Rusty L. Williams, CPA, LLC. Thank you all. I want to thank each member of our board of directors. Without their support and enthusiasm, I would not be able to do what I do, and our chamber would not be the same. Their support has been especially wonderful over the past 5 years as I have worked solo as the only staff member of our chamber. I really do appreciate their support, and I actually enjoy the time that we get to spend together. Not everyone can say that about their boss or their board of directors, but I can. Every year we recognize our outgoing board members who have served their full terms and have reached the end of their service on our board of directors. Tonight we want to recognize 4 of those board members who retired from our board at the end of 2024. We have a small gift of recognition to thank them for all that they did and all that they continue to do. It's something that we had made at Wendell August. We are proud of their service to our chamber and our community. First of all, Jeff Finch from Grove City Area School District, who served from 2019 to 2024. Jeff couldn't be here, but Joshua Weaver is here and he's going to accept on his behalf. Bree Freeling from Armstrong, serving from 2019 through 2024. And you may have noticed her still volunteering, helping at registration. She's a girl. I love it. Michaela Plancinis, serving from 2019 through 2024. And Ray Powell from Wendell August, serving from 2020 through 2024. We always recognize our outgoing president for their service to the Grove City Chamber Board. Our 2024 president was John Inman from Grove City College, and this was his second time serving as board president during my years at the chamber. John is incredibly dependable and supportive and one of the most positive people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. John looks for the good in every situation and every person, and he is always able to find it. We are thankful for his leadership and grateful for all that he has brought and will continue to bring to our board of directors. Thank you, John. We're also thankful for our current board president, Brian Ralph, from Ralph Family Insurance and Allstate Agency. This is his second time, as he alluded to, on our Chamber Board of Directors, as well as his second time as the opportunity to be board president. Actually, as he said, he was the president of the board of directors who made the very wise decision to hire me 17 years ago. And I am forever grateful for his role in that decision being made. And I can say that all these years later, it is a pleasure to have you back at the helm. So thank you. All right. So every year we present a community service award. We have a committee of past recipients that reviews any nominations we receive and chooses the next recipient of the Community Service Award. The recipient is kept a secret. This award goes to someone who is doing good work in the community. They are someone who puts others before themselves. They work for the common good and often do so without recognition. We believe in recognizing these people, and we have a long history of doing so. If you will turn in your programs, you can see our list of past recipients. Some we have lost over the years, but their good works live on as part of their legacy. Some of our past recipients are here with us this evening. If you are a past recipient, please stand so that we can honor you with a collective round of applause. So will our past recipients stand? Thank you for the example you have set. Among this group of recipients is Eric Thomas, who always leads the reveal of our community service recipient. Unfortunately, Eric could not be with us this year because he had to be in Singapore for work. Talk about going any distance necessary to get out of doing something. For the record, Singapore is 9,490 miles from Pennsylvania and is 13 hours ahead of us. So it felt like a bit too much to ask him to make a special trip home, even for just a couple of hours, even though we all truly enjoy his humor. But this means that people like President McNulty and Tim Bonner can rest easy tonight, because they do not have to worry or wonder about what Eric might say about them during his roast that he always does before turning serious to present the award. Instead, tonight, you will get to hear from two of our previous recipients who have the immense honor of being on the other side of things this year and introducing you all to our next Community Service Award recipient. Please welcome our 2022 and 2023 Community Service Award recipients, Mitch McFeely and Adam Cook.
No, that's good. All right, to keep things moving, tonight we're going to recognize an individual who has some common words used to describe them. Words used to describe them are a team player, caring about our youth, willingness and able to volunteer, and sharing great ideas, all done through thoughtful and quiet leadership. Those are phrases that define our Community Service Award recipient tonight. In life, we are all given opportunities. but not many of us are given opportunities to make a difference. Here we have some quotes from some individuals who have worked with this individual directly.
Thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight. Thank you so much. This person is one of my favorite people, and as a board member, always went above and beyond to support the mission, being a total team player. Amy Foley, Executive Director of Grove City Area United Way, added that if she ever becomes a grandparent, she would strive to be just like this person because they are so loving and caring. Wow, isn't that a warm, fuzzy message? Oh. Executive Director of Aware, Lizette Olson, served in various board positions and worked on numerous fundraisers for over 55 years of their life, and is instrumental in the opening of the Brady Montgomery House in Grove City, working closely with the Montgomery family. This person also helped lead the Lenny Clark Courts at the YMCA and was instrumental in the success of the campaign. Michelle Sandoms was a student player on this person's basketball team and also served as a former assistant coach. Her comments were, this person was very organized and is one of the best American history teachers she ever had. See, we do pay attention in school. Was an incredible coach during my 1984 to 1988 school years and was able to learn a great deal and encourage her to coach as well. Worked with this person planning various tournaments and events, which created very memorable experiences, and cannot think of a better person receiving this award. Becky Sofer, Grove City Historical Society, says that this person had very good ideas and was always willing to plan and fulfill a goal when completing a project. Partnered with the Grove City Area School District for the mural on the alley wall and spending timeless and countless hours helping with this project. Also presented the idea of dedicated membership drive from May 24 to May of 2025, confident in gaining 100 new members and surpassed that with reaching 110, looking for the same kind of outreach between May 25 and May 26. This person's daughter said, he has always been dedicated to all the sports programs, especially basketball. But there's sporting events more important than the ones that his granddaughter and grandson are playing in. And it doesn't matter where the games are, home or away, he is always there. He's a total family man and is always present for family vacations, birthdays, going out to dinner, even movie nights, watching Sonic the Hedgehog, Enola Holmes, and The Little Mermaid. It's just about being with family.
Did everybody figure it out yet? Not only is Roger Flynn our 2024 Community Service Award winner, but he has built a support team around him. This proves he is a team player. Roger Flynn is a difference maker. Roger, please come forward to accept your award.
Thank you very much.
I have very few words. I don't speak much anyway, but I'm really humbled and really surprised. Difficult right now to keep my feet under me. By the way, Sam Meyer is one of my best friends, and he speaks so highly of you. So thank you, Beth, former student. Got a lot of former students. Really surprised, very appreciative. Former student, Randy Riddle. Former student, George Pocrans. I don't have enough time here, I suppose. Grove City's been a great place. Came here 60 years ago. Joe Youngo asked me to coach football, had never played football. Lenny Clark asked me to coach basketball. I told him I'd average about 30 a game in high school, 30 seconds, not 30 points. So not much of a basketball athlete either, but I've had a lot of good teams. I've been really fortunate to work with a lot of great people. Worked at Aware with Lizette, and very helpful in starting the Brandy Montgomery House. Very pleased with that. Worked with United Way, Amy Foley, all the great service organizations that United Way provides. Very active with the YMCA going back to the beginning of the Y, and then the additional part and the Lenny Clark courts. One thing I will say about the Y, we're really fortunate to have such a great Y and such a great leader. At 78, I should really be with the seniors there, but I'm lucky enough health-wise to go upstairs. But pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and walk up the ramp upstairs. I look down at probably 70 or 80 senior citizens sitting there. We're so fortunate to be able to have a place for all those people to work out, to say nothing about all the youth programs. And the Historical Society, we've been very active there. We have added a lot of new members. Actually, our next goal is to add some more businesses. So some of you might be seeing me at your doorstep in the not too distant future. A lot going on down there. We're adding new, if you haven't been there ever, or if you haven't been there even for the last 2 years, great building. A lot of new carpets, a lot of new paint, a lot of new displays, beginning a new coal room, a new forge room. It's a lot different than it was even a couple of years ago. They were very active work. So I don't have much else to say. I'm a pretty quiet person. I really appreciate Beth. Very humbled. I just hadn't looked at the program, but I looked at that list of former award winners. Don't know that I should be involved in that group, but I'm very, very appreciative. So thank you very much, Andrew. Great speech. I'll be up to see you. I know you play Mount Union next year, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Don't go too far. Save it. So if those presenting citations and proclamations would like to come forward to do so now for Roger.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here today on behalf of Congressman Mike Kelly, who unfortunately could not be with us this evening. He sends his sincere congratulations, and we have a commendation from Mr. Kelly to present to Roger Flynn in recognition of his outstanding service and dedication to the Grove City community. Please join me in celebrating Roger Flynn for this well-deserved honor. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Melinda Millicent, and I'm here on behalf of Senator Michelle Brooks, who could not be here today, but she wanted to send her congratulations to Roger with a Senate citation. The Senate of Pennsylvania takes great pride and pleasure in recognizing those citizens who, through dedication and excellence, contributes in a meaningful way to the well-being of their communities and ultimately to all the people of this great Commonwealth. And seeing that Roger has been elected as the Community Service Award recipient, the Senate takes great pleasure in providing you this Senate citation for this, and please accept their worthy gratitude and great respect.
Good evening. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you here tonight. And before I present this award to my good friend, I just wanted to take a moment and thank several people here tonight that I think we should take a moment and express our gratitude and thanks. And the first one is my good friend, Paul McNulty. Paul has led Grove City College for 11 years. but Paul has led a life of service. He has led a life of service to our country. Prior to coming to Grove City College to be the president, he was the general counsel for the House Ethics Committee with Congress and led the impeachment of President Clinton. He was the United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia and led the prosecution of several 9/11 terrorists. He was also the number 2 person in the United States Justice Department behind Attorney General Gonzalez. And then he came to Grove City College following some years of private practice and served here for 11 years as our president. So I'd just like to take a moment and thank Paul for his service to our country and to the college and to our community. I would also like to thank Beth Black and the board of directors for organizing this event. This has become an annual event over the past 17 years. And frankly, for a small community, it is one of the most impressive chamber events that I have ever attended. And in my position, I attend many of these, but it's great to see the unity that is here tonight. We have representatives of business, government, and nonprofits and industry. And this is a night of friendship, and it's a night of unity, and it's a night of service. So to Beth and the board and to all of you, thank you for all that you do for Grove City and our community. Speaking of friendship, I have a good friend here to my left, Roger Flynn. And you haven't really heard the full story on Roger's accomplishments in his lifetime, but I will say this, Roger should be pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't know how many people he would get out, but it's not a very high bar, as Roger says. Roger played in fast pitch baseball as a left-handed specialist until what age, Roger? Till age 75. And so that was just how many years ago, Roger? 3 years ago. And I know he's a great golfer because he has beaten me a number of times, although that's not much of an accomplishment either. There's another low bar. You're right about that. But it's a pleasure to be here tonight and to present to Roger a citation that the Pennsylvania House of Representatives has authorized me to present to Roger on his lifetime accomplishments of service to our community and to our children, and most of all to you who are here tonight to honor and thank him for all that he has done within our community. So Roger, on behalf of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, I have this citation to present to you.
Good evening. I'm Bill Finley, Mercer County Commissioner. Roger, you've set an example and a high bar of what it is to be a community leader and an outstanding person for this community. You've touched probably almost everybody in this room in one way or another, and that's a pretty amazing feat and something to be proud of. On behalf of my fellow 2 commissioners, Dr. Ann Coleman and Timothy McGonigal, they both had other commitments. They couldn't be here tonight. We do have the citation on behalf of the Mercer County Board of Commissioners for you, Roger. Thank you.
Like Andrew, I had voice challenges this morning, so bear with me. In 1969, I was a 7th grader, and I started school at the middle school, and I was scared to death, Roger. I'm sorry, Mr. Flynn. Mr. Flynn was my homeroom teacher, and he took care of us very well that year. So I have this evening, a proclamation from my desk and I'll read that proclamation for you all. This year's recipient of the Grove City Area Grove City Area Chamber of Commerce Community Service Award is Roger Flynn. Roger has served his community on 6 different nonprofit boards: the United Way, Aware, Grove City Historical Society, Envision Blind Sports, Grove City Recreation Center, and the Grove City YMCA. Roger served as a teacher and coach throughout his professional career, teaching and mentoring over 1,200 Grove City athletes. Roger's accomplishments have been celebrated by his induction into the Mercer County Hall of Fame and the Slippery Rock University Athletic Hall of Fame. He has made a difference in our community through his nonprofit and professional work, serving as a mentor, teacher, and friend to all who have interacted with him. Roger embodies the values of a community servant and is rightfully honored with this award this evening due to his actions to make Grove City a better place for all residents to live. So I, Randy Riddle, the mayor of the Borough of Grove City, Mercer County, Pennsylvania, do hereby recognize March 11th, 2025 as Roger Flynn Day. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Roger. Thank you. You are so worthy of celebrating and being honored with this award. I've had the pleasure of knowing Roger Flynn for most of my life, and he has always been one of my favorite teachers. I have told Roger this before, but I give him full credit for my comfort with public speaking, because in junior high, when he was my teacher, he would have me read aloud in front of the class and then compliment me, always sincerely, in front of everyone. Little did he know at that time, but that act was building my confidence and equipping me for my future. So thank you, Roger. And little did I know back then that my junior high teacher would become my friend as an adult. He stops in my office to say hello and to check in on how I'm doing. He personally reached out to recruit me to serve on the Aware Board of Directors and Brandy Montgomery House Advisory Committee with him. And then last year, he and Leah traveled to Italy with us on our chamber travel program's first trip, where we were able to build many more special memories. Roger, I am so happy that you were nominated and selected for this special honor, because you truly deserve to be celebrated. So congratulations.
Say hello to my family, my granddaughter, grandson, the daughter, and my wife Leah, who has been responsible or so helpful in everything I've ever done.
All right, in closing, I want to again thank our sponsors for tonight. Our welcome reception offered a nice time of appetizers and networking prior to the formal portion of this evening. We appreciate AHN Grove City Hospital and Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield for being our welcome reception sponsors and helping us to properly welcome everyone to this very special evening. This year's annual dinner event sponsor, Grove City College, offered not only their support of our annual dinner, which is always appreciated, but this year their support went even further, as it allowed proper thanks to be given to Dr. Paul McNulty and Brendan, as he retires later this year as president of Grove City College. On behalf of our entire community, thank you, President McNulty, for being a part of our community for the past several years and all the support you and Grove City College have shown to all of us. Again, I know we already had you stand. That was going to be a part of my thing. So if we could just have you just know how much we appreciate you. And you did receive the round of applause, but I think we would give you immense, always, rounds of applause. So thank you again for everything. And as the event sponsor, Grove City College was able to provide tonight's keynote speaker, Andrew DiDonato. Andrew, we thank you for your presentation, and I think everyone here knows exactly how much you motivate and encourage every one of your players. They are blessed beyond measure, and we were blessed tonight, so thank you. Another special thank you this evening goes to Armstrong for being this year's flower sponsor. Tonight's centerpieces were purchased from our member, Wolf Creek Floral, to brighten the room during our celebration. You are invited to take them home to enjoy. No fighting. But you are invited to take them home to enjoy. And you can pull out that business card anytime you need to reach our friends at Armstrong. I also want to take a moment to thank each of our chamber members for continuing to support our chamber and for choosing us as your chamber of choice. Remember to support the members who advertised in tonight's program, for which we are very grateful, but also always support your fellow chamber members first and foremost whenever possible. And no matter what, do not forget your Shannon's Candy Kitchen chocolate. I mean, I'll eat it, but please don't forget it, because you would be very sad if you forgot it. And they are either footballs or football helmets. So we went with the theme. We found it. We stuck with it. So overall, thank you so much for attending this evening. Good night.
At Armstrong, our goal is delivering the best possible experience to our customers. We hold our work to high standards, and the safety of our employees, as well as the community, is essential. Our employees, business partners, and equipment are easily identifiable. We strive to be as unintrusive as possible, restoring public and private property to the way we found it. Because at Armstrong, it's not just about getting the job done, it's about doing it right and doing it safely.